Hello. Do not skip this intro. I have something really important for all of my people. Y'all are a great fandom and I wanted to give away a Polaroid. All you have to do is follow Jessie Page on Instagram, TikTok, be subscribed, and follow me on Spotify, and then you're entered. Yay! And then once you do so, go comment "We stan Jessie" down below. What? Thanks! No. Growing up, I was never the kid that anyone had a crush on ever because I didn't know who I was. And I think the biggest part of glowing up is knowing who you are, because your style isn't gonna be cool if you aren't comfortable in loving who you are. As my people know, this channel is all about mental health and identity, so I thought this video was perfect because I think there's a horrible connotation with glowing up, and it's not all about appearance. It's so much more than that, because you are so much more than your appearance. Appearance comes from the other stuff. You want to dress cool because you're comfortable with who you are. So I'm gonna give a list of tips. Please don't leave. I have a song that just came out and it's called Coming Out, and it's all about parents not accepting who you are, and it's one of my favorite projects I've ever done in my whole life. So if you could go and rewatch that, stream it, and send it to 2 friends, do the things to support me, that would be great. I'm feeling very Hufflepuff. I need something meme-y. The rat's name is not Ratatouille. Don't you dare disrespect Remy. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna move to different areas and tell you all some glow up tips. This is gonna sound odd, but this is like the #1 thing that has helped me glow up as a human being. And that's going to a psychiatrist and a therapist and or depending on you. Not everyone wants to do this, not everyone feels like they need to, but for me, I feel like it would, especially for a channel that talks about mental health, it would be doing me a disservice to not mention this, because this has been the #1 thing that has made me the best version of myself. Because I struggle with mental illness, and that's okay. And I was so terrified to be dependent on a medication, but that's fine if that's what I need to be the best version of myself. I kind of tell you guys everything. So I struggle with depression, and from my depression I struggle with insomnia. And if I don't sleep, I am also majorly depressed, so it's kind of just a really negative cycle. And I started taking sleep medication as well as antidepressants, and my life has changed. And I'm the happiest version of myself. But obviously, you know, when it comes to something like depression, it's not only taking medication, but it's also talking to someone you love and making sure that your environment's the best it can possibly be within your control. That's been great. Also, I just got diagnosed with ADHD and I'm an adult. I was like, no, that's something people are diagnosed with when they're young, and it has been so helpful taking medication for that. And y'all probably know, but I'm kind of queen of, like, you know, saying I'll do something and then not completely finishing, and that's kind of been like a really big part of it. I just lose that focus, and I've just been the best version of Jessie Page. I think that's honestly been the #1 thing that has helped me, and I 100% preach for getting professional help. So let's keep going. You're probably in your room a lot, right? One thing that is so important is making sure your room is a place that's comfortable and happy for you, because if you have anxiety before you go to sleep, that's just not gonna feel good. If you have anxiety before you go to school, before you go to work, it's just not setting yourself up for the best day possible. A flag in my room really helps keep me grounded when I'm just not feeling okay with who I am, or even just to remind myself that there's like a lot of people that support me. But another thing that has helped me out a lot, oh, do you see that? Yep, I have a projector and it projects stars right here onto my ceiling. And I promise you, having this lighting on your ceiling while, like, right before you go to sleep puts you in such a good headspace. Watch a TV show, read a book, highly, highly, highly recommend it. The name of it, not sponsored, I'm not sponsored, is called Skylight. So definitely check that out. Okay, so currently I'm posting to my 2nd Instagram. Y'all know I have to self-promo for the kids. Gotta put memes on the table. So my 2nd Instagram is called Health is Mental and Physical, and it's kind of just about preaching for how physical and mental health are important, essentially, but it focuses a lot on like eating disorder recovery and wellness. But anyways, how do I know to post at the same time every day? How do I not forget these? My babies. So I have one planner for the week. Was that a date on there? Oh my god, wow. I have one for the day. That one's awesome too. I like to have one for the week that I kind of do on Sunday or something, just once a week, and then I also like to have one for the day, but also you can kind of go back and look. So I kind of like use the two to reference each other, which has helped me the most. And then I have a notebook for TikTok and YouTube ideas. Yes, TikTok. Go follow Jessie Page. I'm so good at this self promo. Okay, this is the project book. It just kind of helps you with getting a big project done. I play in my music video, so it kind of helps me a lot. I just posted a music video and you should go watch it. You know that, I just promoted already, but I'm just really proud. Okay, I'm a Hufflepuff, you can't blame me. Okay, I thought that writing things down was not beneficial. I thought that just doing things was helpful, but I realized I was just getting content without kind of putting together what I wanted to say, and I would just have so much content I wasn't able to use, and going in with the game plan is so helpful. With anything, like knowing exactly what you want from it first is so important. I think the planning is, if anything, more important than the actual execution. So I was never a planner, and like my life has like been so much better since I have been planning things out, and I highly recommend all this. And it's kind of relaxing. Like I like to do it before I go to sleep in the morning. I literally look forward to it now. Like it's therapeutic. Another thing, just kind of like on the topic of these, is journaling. If you don't want to go to therapy, or even if you do see a therapist, journaling is just a great way to get out your emotions. You'll just realize things about yourself that you didn't even really know. I think I've grown the most as a person through journaling, and it's just so good for your brain. Highly recommend it. If you're a guy, if you're a gal, if you're a non-binary pal, these are great. I think any gender can fill in their eyebrows. I love filling in my eyebrows. It makes such a difference with everything. It's just even more fun to make facial expressions. That was creepy. Hi. Well, I'm gonna show you guys what I use. I'm not the best with eyebrows in the whole entire world, but I think they're pretty good. I definitely am getting better as I continue to do it, but I will say overall, like the idea of filling in your eyebrows has helped me a lot and kind of just opens up your face more. First thing I use is from Tarte, and it's a brow pencil, and I kind of just fill in the outline. So many tutorials on YouTube, but just fill in the outline of what I want. I really like using a brow pencil, but I like also, I just started doing this and it's helped me a lot, is filling in the outline I make with the brow pencil with a brush. So this is the brush. There you go. Absolutely love using this. It's great. I use the gel brow stuff and I fill in my brows and it's great. I don't know, I've noticed I feel a lot better about the way I look. I really like doing it, and like I said, I feel like it opens up your face more, coming from the girl that covers up her face with her hair. Everyone's like, why does she always cover her eye with her hair? And I'm like, y'all forget I'm emo. You do not have to stick to one aesthetic. You can keep trying stuff out, and that is so fun. Online shopping is the best way to do it. I used to shop only in person, and I felt like there were a lot of things that didn't fit exactly how I wanted to dress, but when you shop online, you kind of have unlimited resources, so I love shopping online, personally, more than anything. Do you absolutely hate working out with a burning passion? Well, I love to walk, and people severely underestimate how healthy just walking can be for you. I would say like 2 to 3 times a week, I walk 3 miles, and you wanna know how I let it get by? I do something I'd be doing on my phone. I watch a TV show, or if you get dizzy, you can just listen to music and pretend you're in a music video. Those 3 things allow for me to walk every single night, or talk on the phone with a friend. You will not even realize that you're walking, I promise you. This is like the best way to work out, and you can kind of be productive at the same time. It's honestly the best. I hate working out with a burning passion, but I look forward to walking because I can do one of those 4 things. All right, we're in the fridge now. Hello, hi. Number 1 thing when it comes to eating food is that you don't restrict anything out, or else you could definitely end up binging on it later. Here are some things that have like helped me secretly eat a little healthier, but however, there's nothing I don't eat at this point, which is great. That's been the most beneficial thing for me, is like just not being terrified of any food. And then when nothing's off limits, you find yourself wanting to eat healthy when you need to eat healthy. You just have more balance in your life, and it's great. I was terrified to eat avocados when I was anorexic, and I started eating them almost every day. Avocado toast, sneak an avocado in a smoothie, and it's super thick, and these are so good for fighting depression. So obviously, eating an avocado is not gonna cure depression, but it will make you a little, just feel better and can alleviate symptoms. So I 100% recommend eating avocados. Blueberries too, can help clear up your skin. Those are great. Love almond milk. People also sleep on hemp milk, but hemp milk is really good for you too. And it's kind of thicker if you want oat milk, but don't fully want oat milk. I don't like to eat spinach very often these days, so I just sneak it in smoothies and you can't taste it. I don't like the taste of kale. Like, I don't like the taste of things being green, but spinach is the best because you don't even taste it. That's just some of my food favorites. Let's go over here and I'll show you a few more. If you always forget to drink water, I used to use this as a kid and I stopped using it and now I've started again. I feel like drinking water just, no one will ever tell you to not drink water. Think about it, whenever you're sick, whenever you're unhappy, whenever you're starting a new medication, they're always like, drink a lot of water. Clearly, it does a lot of good for you. You should be drinking water anyways, essentially, but these are great. I just like to make my water taste like lemonade sometimes, and it's a really great way to do that too. Another thing, if you also just don't like drinking smoothies too and don't want it to taste super fruity, protein powder is the best. Not sponsored by this, but this one's chocolate flavored and I just like love chocolate, so that's been great. Those are just some things that kind of like, for people that want to sometimes eat healthier but I think one of the #1 things that has helped me glow up is not restricting, 100%. Do not restrict yourself. Like, we got tons of ice cream in there and I'm not showing any of the unhealthy shit. Let me go show you that. I'm such a big ice cream fan and we used to not eat ice cream, but these are the best and I'll just eat a ton of them. Like, you know, they're portioned out, but I'm like, whatever, I'll eat like 5. So, yeah. Just not portioning things out is the best. And obviously, like, sometimes you can get these like, you know, like, lower calorie ice creams and stuff, but I recommend eating the real thing too. Like, when you want to eat this, but if you don't want to eat this and you want the real thing, eat the real thing, or else you're gonna feel deprived and you're not gonna be happy. But if you want this, that's okay too. Life is all about balance, because I had anorexia and I don't want any form of restriction in my life, and that's made me the happiest version of myself. I will eat mac and cheese if I want to. I love mac and cheese, it's really good. And Reese's, wow, it's actually so crazy. I was like eating a ton of food I hadn't had in years, and I was like, wow, like I was really missing out. And it was so crazy how much, like, I hadn't had pizza in 5 years. I'm like, that's crazy. Or frozen yogurt, I just got frozen yogurt the other night and I was like, life is so much better when you don't restrict yourself. So that's been a really big glow up tip, and I also feel like that's been such a big part of my glow up that I couldn't not mention that. I believe in eating very intuitively, where when you want to eat, you want to eat. When you don't, you don't. You eat what you want to eat, you know, and your body will just kind of look the way it's supposed to look when it's happiest. Have you tried every skincare option and your skin is still not clear? Have you tried every supplement? I have spent so much money on supplements and so on, and I hid my skin behind so much makeup. I looked like this, guess what? Only 4 months ago, and I cried and I would take off my makeup and feel horrible about the way I looked. And a big part of it was getting help with my mental health, because it was certainly mental health related. I was the most depressed I'd ever been in my life, but also another big thing, even when I was helping my mental health a lot, I realized I was still breaking out a lot. My brain was like, maybe I should restrict my food and not eat this, and that's never the answer, as stated before. I was scared to go to a dermatologist. That helped me a lot. If you need to, I highly recommend, and if you're okay with the symptoms and so on, I highly recommend going on Accutane, going on an antibiotic, whatever a dermatologist prescribes you, because sometimes it is out of your control, and that's really important. Go to a dermatologist if you feel like you're trying everything and your skin isn't getting better, because no one deserves to feel that level of insecurity, and I promise you there is a light on the other end, and there's so many options and resources out there, so don't give up. That's probably the biggest thing. I was so, you know, this is the rest of my life. Currently, for me, I'm on Accutane, and it has been so helpful, and I've been feeling so great about myself, but I have also realized that I'm beautiful with acne as well. I feel beautiful with and without, and that's been a really big, powerful thing for me. I have a question for you, and I want you to answer very honestly. Do you use your clothing to hide your body or to show off your body? Well, I had a really bad relationship with clothing. I would use clothing to hide my body. I didn't like the way I looked after, and some days that's okay, and that is okay if you're still at that point. But for me, I thought I'd feel better just hiding my body, but I actually felt better not limiting myself and feeling like I even needed to hide my body and wearing what I feel like wearing. And that's been so helpful for me. Up until probably 2 weeks ago, I wear a big t-shirt every day, and I still wear them sometimes because they're comfy. I've been thinking about it, and I was like, I'm using clothing to hide myself, but why don't I use clothing to love myself? So I've been kind of having that outlook. If it comes to not even your body, but maybe your style, if you want to dress a certain way, but you're scared, think about it, am I using my clothing to hide who I really am, or to show off who I really am? For example, sometimes I kind of like to wear a suit and dress a little masculine, and some days I also like to dress feminine and have princess sleeves. I was thinking so deeply that I needed to choose one, but you can do both. Not saying y'all have to show off this all the time, but even if it's you want to wear a suit, wear a suit. Yeah, but that's really been a big thing for me, is not using clothing to always hide my body and having a more positive outlook. So whenever you're going through and looking for clothes in the morning, just with your brain think, am I hiding my body or am I loving my body with what I'm wearing? I want to show one of your pages on the screen and then 2 of your posts, because I love you. If you could right now open my new music video coming out in a new tab, that would be amazing and super appreciated. And I love you so much. And I hope you truly love yourself, because you deserve that. Like, it makes me so sad when I hear some of your stories. I just want you to feel like you deserve to love yourself. So I know that might sound corny, but I don't care, because I genuinely mean it with everything. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna cry. Okay, I love you. Bye, bye, bye.